Now, Divi 5 top navigation bar sits at the center of everything you do in Divi 5. So even small changes to how it's organized can completely shift the editing experience. As Divi 5 introduced more tools, shortcuts, layout systems, and canvases, responsive controls, and advanced features, the top bar started carrying too much at once. Finding something as simple as preview button sometimes require more attention than it should have. So we have just reorganized the top bar to fix that. But nothing has been removed. Everything has simply been reorganized to make everyday action faster and more intuitive. And in this video, I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough about what changed, where everything lives now, and how new structure improves your workflow. If that sounds interesting, then let's dive in. So here we are inside our Divi 5 visual builder, and we will start from the far left and move across the entire interface. So first we have page menu. Now on the far left, we will find the gear icon. If we click on this, it's going to open the page menu. Now the page menu groups everything related to managing the page itself, not individual modules. At the top, we have the current editing context. The page name appears clearly so you always know where you are, especially when working across multiple pages. Now just below that, you will find Open Recent. This lets you switch to recently edited pages without exiting the builder. Then comes the page actions. This section includes Save, Add to Library, Page Settings, Edit Page, and View Page. From here, you can adjust titles, excerpts, feature image, open the WordPress editor, or view live version of your page. Further down, you will find Import and Export options. Now they allow you to move layouts in and out of Divi, export a layout for reuse, or import one from another project, which is perfect for sharing templates or transferring designs between the sites. Below that are Undo, Redo, and your history. You can step backward or move forward or open full history panel to jump to a specific point in your session. And finally at the bottom, you will see Clear Layout. Now because that action resets everything, it's intentionally placed lower in the menu to reduce accidental clicks. So everything page related now lives in one clear location. Next to page menu, you will see canvas control. From here, you can switch between main canvas and any additional canvases you have created, such as off-canvas layouts. You no longer need to leave the builder or dig through settings. The canvas grid view provides a visual overview of all available canvases, so you can manage them all from one single place. This keeps staging area, pop-ups, off-canvas designs organized without cluttering your primary workplace. Then we have the responsive view and breakpoint control. Moving further right, you will find responsive controls. Now there are two key parts here. First, the site-wide responsive breakpoint menu. This allows you to enable and disable breakpoints and set their exact pixel width. These apply across your entire site, ensuring consistent responsive behavior everywhere. Next is the responsive view switcher. Click a device icon to preview or edit your layout at that breakpoint. Now since these views reflect your site-wide settings, what you see matches your defined breakpoints precisely. You will also notice the canvas width control. This shows the current canvas width in pixels and allow you to manually adjust it. This is extremely useful when testing layouts at specific width beyond standard device preset. Then there are zoom control. Now zoom control changes your view inside the builder for comfort. It does not affect front-end output. It's purely for editing convenience. All responsive tools are now grouped together, making layout testing feel more focused and organized. Next, we have exit options. Now moving towards right, you will find the exit menu. Instead of guessing where you will land after exiting, this menu gives you clear option. You can return to the previous screen, view the front-end version, or open the WordPress editor, or go back to the dashboard. Clear exit paths reduce friction and confusion. Then we have preview options. Now the preview menu gives you two ways to check your work. You can open front end and preview in a new tab, or you can enter preview mode directly inside the builder. Now preview mode is often faster because it lets you review spacing, layout, and interactions without leaving your workflow. It always keeps you in flow. Then we have save options. Now finally, you will see the save menu. Here you can choose your post status, draft, pending, review, private, or publish. This allows you to align saving behavior with your workflow stage. Your early drafts stays as drafts, review stage remains pending, and final build publish when ready. And all save logic now lives in one clear dropdown. Now, if you prefer the older icon-based top bar, you can switch back anytime. This is helpful if you are already comfortable with the previous layout, follow tutorial, build around it, and want consistent UI across a team. Simply enable the page bar icons in the Builder setting panel. The simplified layout is the default, but the older layout remains available. Now, the updated top bar doesn't change what you do with Divi 5. It changes how quickly you can find it. Every tool is still there, but now everyday editing feels less cluttered and more focused. Frequent actions are instant and secondary actions are organized, and the interface finally has breathing room. So go ahead and try the new top bar in Divi 5 Visual Builder and experience a cleaner, more intentional editing workflow. And if you like this video, then make sure you give it a like and share it with your friends and community. And for more Divi updates, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we upload our next video. That's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next video.